Hello everybody, welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. Um, so yeah, we're picking up where we left off and we're doing the station sabotage there. And as we can see, there's overloading that panel from up here.
Alright, moving on. Docking clamps?
Fully active and engaged.
Docking hatch integrity?
100% Nexus control.
And we're done. Hyperion?
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Alright, so yeah, we are currently scanning every place in here. Because these panels are like exploding all over the station. And we need to figure out who's doing it so that, you know... See, now this here is one of those things where, like... What the hell was the vibration for? Oh, it did it again. Is there something else over here that I can scan, maybe? Okay, I don't know why you're crouched like that, buddy, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know why it's... Not that you can see the controller vibrating, obviously, but... Oh, what about this panel? Oh, whoops. So yeah, you get a few missions like this throughout the game where it's just like, hey, run around and scan some stuff for us. It's, oh.
You're in the forest?
Any idea as to who it might be? Oh, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Which is obviously not good. Oh, hey, Cora. What's up? Oops.
Hey there.
You okay? Those guys really grilled you. And Addison, first Pathfinder that's seen in over a year. All she can do is question your competence.
She understands the stakes. If I fail,
You won't.
let's hope not.
You won't. That's the end of it. I've worked out logistics with Director Tan. They're giving us a ship and crew. He said their best is taking care of it.
I still need to head back to the Ark and check in with Sam.
Sounds good. While you're there, maybe see how your sister's doing.
I will. So yeah, the arcs all have a Sam node. So every Pathfinder has Sam in their head. And every arc has a Sam node, which is a more direct link to him and that everybody can access. Like, obviously, he can speak to you through the communicators. Actually, we may be the only one with Sam in our head. The other Pathfinder... No, because I mean, the other Path... I don't remember. Oh, I don't think I went to the right... Wait, where did I go? I didn't go to the right place, did I? Oh, right, because I forgot that how you choose your shit. I fuck. I forgot what it was that you did to choose where you were going. Now we're right? Yeah, now we're right. Wait. Wow, yeah. This looks very similar to the last place I was. It confused me there for a second. Oh. I thought I heard a beep there, but I guess not. Oh, when I shut it off, it beeps. Dumbass. But yeah, we don't end up coming back here very often, I don't think. There is a quest which we'll actually be getting, I do believe, like right away here, like when we go and talk to Sam here. He'll give us a quest that unlocks some of the collectibles throughout the game. That we do have to return here for, but I think overall it's not a place that we visit very regularly. And I mean, I do like how they oh hey, Laney, I guess. Can I actually talk to you or? Oh yeah, this happens every once in a while. It takes time to load the conversation. Uh,
That's what I've been telling people. You're here now. As soon as we establish outposts, everything will even out. I'm sure of it. I'm an orphan. My parents died on the Lenoir colony when it was attacked years ago. No siblings. I left some friends and distant relatives behind, but I have friends here too. I love piloting,
Restricted access to
but
Sam
I like
Node
the idea of going back to my roots and farming like my parents did. Someday.
Why did you join the initiative?
The most popular question on the station. Honestly, I wouldn't have known about this project if Nozomi hadn't reached out to me. Captain Dunn. Of all the captains I've piloted for, she's the best. I've always been a wanderer at heart. When she asked me to be her pilot, how could I say no to the adventure in a
Engineer
lifetime?
reports the drive system has been powered down. Non-essential areas will remain in standby mode.
Hopeful. I know it's a rose-colored outlook, but someone's got to keep the positivity coming, right? Take care.
I like this as well. Like there is a lot of. I realize that the chick we're here to see is like right there, but I want to check to see if we can talk to anyone else, because there is a not insignificant amount of like minor characters like her, like Lonnie there. I don't think that she has any significance to this whatsoever.
We powered it down. Can't afford to waste energy. Though Cryobay and Sam Node are exempt. And I told them to keep their hands off Alex quarters. You have access now.
Thanks.
Hey, sorry about your father. He was really good at what he did. Just not so good at working with people. He was right about going planet-side, though.
Um.
He was a stranger to me. Really.
Not like any of us knew him. He kept people at bay. If there's anything else I can help with, let me know.
Now that Hyperion's docked, what do you do?
Normally, I'd supervise thawing out the colonists, but that's been put on hold. I hear you're the one helping resolve the issue. Good luck with that.
If someone had told you that you'd be in the Andromeda cluster even 5 years ago,
Are you kidding me? I'd have laughed them out of the quadrant. Although the way things are now isn't exactly what I was hoping for either. We all knew there was a possibility on arrival of less than ideal circumstances. When you sign up, you hope for the best and plan for the worst.
why did you join the initiative? We're a long way from home.
How could I not? I love my job. Coming here, all of this, it was just a logical extension of what I already do. Sailing through new stars, discovering new worlds. What self-respecting explorer could pass that up?
Thanks for the talk.
Alright, I have requests to submit, administrators to harass, and people to wake up. I'd better get to it. Good luck out there.
But yeah, like I was saying, Captain Dunn there does come into play a couple times, I want to say, throughout the main story. I don't know if she has any side quests attached to her, but like Lonnie there, I do believe that that conversation we just had, that's the only interaction with her in the entire game. She is purely there just to get a little bit more world building.
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus. Raj investigated the same thing, then it led us to you.
The data Miss Callis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Pattle's. A third party seems likely.
You stay put. The work we do doesn't realize we're on it.
You know, it's like, oh, but they're both getting close to the real person, so it would make sense that they're both targeted by him. It's like, no, it would make more sense for him to make it look like one of the other, like one or the other, like, because two people doing it seems weird.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something about it. I don't understand the need for secrecy. What was he trying to hide? And that's me now. I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human. What do you get at? I don't follow. You're an AI. So what's different? That's pretty amazing. Yeah, he's got a point. So what does this mean for the two of us? How so? Why? And Dad strikes again.
Yeah, so now I can have profiles, which I do believe, yeah, you need to have certain skills invested in certain um, skill points invested in certain things. Like I need 6 in combat, 6 in tech, 6 in biotics, and then as you see, they provide bonuses at the bottom there. And then the way that you increase them is just to put more into that. I think I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's just that the more points you get in, the higher the rank of these will get. So like right now, the only thing I can have is Sentinel, which is biotics and tech, which is weird because I have a tech ability. I did, but I don't remember putting anything into biotics. But anyway, so like that's the only one, so I obviously choose that one. But then 15% to all combo damage, which I probably won't be doing much with. 10% tech recharge speed, which is nice. 20% power shield cost reduction, which I do believe. 20% power restoration and defense. Is power shield? I think that's a skill. Tech armor absorbs a significant amount of damage of whatever damage gets past shield. So that actually unlocked, I do believe, a special ability for me, which I want to say is maybe in like what you get if you use left and right bumper at the same time. And then like this one here is for invested in combat and biotics. Melee attacks restore shields. Instead of a jump jet, use biotics to jump and evade. I think they're a little bit faster than the jump jets, but that's it. Or like it might be more like a teleport maybe. So like you can't get hit during it. I don't remember. And then infiltrator. Observe enemies through walls when using a scope. Not all that useful because you can't really shoot through the walls, so eh. Cloak evades when evading a brief cloaking device is enabled, is activated. That also isn't very useful because it makes them lose sight of you, but not for enough time that it really makes a difference. We have Explorer, 2 points in each thing, which gives you very basic things. It gives you Biotic Blink, quickly traverse a short distance, even seemingly passing through solid matter. So that's the one where when you dodge, it's you have invincibility frames, because as it stands, when you dodge, you just dodge, and if something is going to miss you and you dodge into it, it'll hit you. Whereas this one here, nothing will hit you in between your start and end point. So like for this one here, all I get is tech armor, but that is still pretty damn good, I do believe. I'm not even sure if that's an active skill or a passive one. And then for adepts, you get biotic echoes, which the combos can set off explosions on each enemy they touch, which is eh. Then for engineer, you get a combat drone. Small drone improves the recharge rate for tech powers and self-destructs with an EMP pulse if enemies get close. The improved recharge rate is lost after destruction. So I don't think I ever played around with that one, but I think you put it down next to you, and then just like your tech powers just recharge an insane amount. And then if an enemy gets close, it just... So like obviously any time where you're fighting groups of enemies that rush you, it's no good. But if you're fighting a lot of long range enemies, it's amazing. Marksman focus grants an escalating damage bonus for every target killed in a short time, which is nice, but you don't find too many points, I think, where you're fighting like a bunch of weak enemies in a row. I guess it was biotics. What the hell did I put? No, I didn't put anything into biotics, so all I have is in tech. So why the fuck did I activate that? So why is that one activated? That might be activated because of maybe what I chose at the beginning, but I'm not sure. Let's see, because like there are a lot. Like I love the assault turret. That's a really good one. In here, I don't remember what this unknown one is. It's the remnant tech one, but I don't... Oh! Is that... I do believe that that one there is another... that thing that we saw fly away on Habitat 7, I do believe this lets you summon one. Now it says investigate remnant technology to unlock this skill. That's not 100% true. I do believe you have to advance PB's quest line, her personal quest line, to unlock that. Okay, combat, what do we got? Oh, also, no, tech powers and constructs. Yeah, tech effect duration. Alright, so I can upgrade this recharge speed, and I do like using this one, so I will do that. And then actually now, yes, confirm. Yeah, I was gonna say that should unlock the engineer profile. Now you guys leveled up as well. Now these guys here, I tend to just put points into their passives rather than their other abilities, just to like bump them up a bit more, because like they do use their abilities quite a bit. Like Cora here is probably the exception to that rule, where I do tend to put a bit more into her. I tend to spread hers between charge, nova, and defensive training as much as possible. And then generally after that, yeah, I don't remember which one of those two I generally put points into after, but we don't have to worry about that right now. So if we go back to profiles, we should have engineer unlocked, tech construct health, and construct health regen, and construct damage, and it gives me the drone. So the drone isn't too useful right now because my only real tech skills are energy drain. So like most of that isn't all that useful, but once I get the points and start pumping them into the turret, that'll become really useful.
What are your capabilities? But AI is illegal in the Milky Way. How did my dad get around that? So there are other Sams out there. I take it you're based here in Santa.
If you played Mass Effect 2, you can learn about what quantum entanglement means.
What more can you tell me about my implant? Then Dad added the secret sauce. Just promise you won't fry my brain or anything. Me more than you. Do you know anything more about Sarah's condition? What did you mean by a symbiotic relationship?
So yeah, like that whole thing there of him, like he sees, hears, and feels everything we do. That's gotta, like, I do and I don't want to know what he thinks about, when you end up,
Pathfinder,
because as with all
Captain,
Mass Effect games, you
you
do
will be
end up
fathered.
with a sex scene. If you go far enough down a relationship path with somebody.
Printed books. Explains Dad's interest. They were Pathfinders too.
But yeah, thankfully Sam does not interrupt during those scenes.
I bet Dad saw plenty of action. Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times.
So anyway, yeah, this thing here, this memory trigger, that's the collectible that got unlocked. And also this here is one of the little ships you can pick up. I think that there might even be one of those that you have one chance to get, otherwise you're fucked. Or otherwise you can't. But yeah, anyway, this thing here.
Sam, what was that? What triggered it? The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you. He didn't get me. Now you know what humility feels like.
Let's see, I don't know.
Here, Sam.
The day is finally here. We're pushing off from Earth. We'll jump through a few relays first, and then we hunker down for the long trip across dark space. It's daunting thinking about all the hopes and dreams aboard the Hyperion. I certainly had my own. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. Here's hoping 600
right. So yeah, he came into contact with Liara from the other Mass Effect games. Oh, here we go.
I am Dr. Liara Tassoni, and I've spent several decades researching ancient Protheans. It is common knowledge that the Protheans were an advanced race that flourished in the Milky Way about 50,000 years ago, then went extinct. Even at the time of this writing, the year 2182, their culture remains a mystery. During my studies, I have developed some practices that can be used when analyzing any ancient culture. I hope they may prove useful for the research community.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna say.
When studying a dead race, the most obvious problem is the lack of an observable population. This raises the question, when is a species truly extinct? The Prothean civilization spanned the galaxy, and it took centuries to confirm that all members of the species really had died out.
No.
While it's possible that living Protheans may be found in a hidden pocket of the galaxy one day, the chances are statistically trivial. Once an extinction is confirmed, the study's nature moves from sociology to exoarchaeology.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, once you can no longer find something of a species, I would consider that extinct. I mean, there's always the slim chance that you'll find another one somewhere, but I mean, like overall. I think there was another one, yeah.
When studying an extinct race, it is important that our preconceptions and current knowledge not color the facts. We must look to the evidence itself. The Protheans constructed the Citadel and an incredible network of Mass Effect relays. This speaks to a culture of the highest order. Such a monumental achievement surely must come from an enlightened race that was in harmony with its people, free of conflict and strife. Without the ability to study a living example, however, this can never be determined with 100% accuracy.
It's also incorrect, as you find out if you play the other Mass Effect games. Spoiler alert incoming. There is one more Prothean alive that is part of the DLC for Mass Effect 3, and you also find out that they also came across the Citadel and that did not make it themselves.
Wait, I can actually see his memories? Okay. Something new every day. Let's see it.
Alec, your recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence.
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
And AI is your answer?
We need to catch up. The Asari, the Solarians, they're centuries ahead of us.
But it's illegal.
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth an advantage?
Define this advantage.
It will set us free. We're prisoners of our own five senses. There's a reality greater than ours that we can't perceive, but an AI can.
How?
By augmenting our own abilities and adding a few new ones.
Well, none of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world together, benefits both. There's no creator to revolt against.
I'm sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate your work, but your request will be denied. Alec,
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
he told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Not on my watch.
Wow. Hearing Mom again. I never knew that's something I found out. I would hope so. Mom's life was worth fighting for.
So yeah, as we progress through the game and explore, because that's the main, the main thing of a Pathfinder, right? And we'll find more and more of those memory fragments. And as we do stuff that a Pathfinder should be doing, it'll unlock not areas exactly, but it'll unlock more memory fragments. But yeah, and then as we go, as you see, there's 4 encrypted logs, and I do believe that that's how many memories we see as well.
Suddenly my career doesn't matter. This incredible woman I've been married to all these years. She's facing the end. All I think about are the times I wasn't there for her. Well, that's going to change. It occurs to me that Sam might be more than I ever imagined.
So yeah, and that was it. And like I said, as the memories, like as you go through the memories, they become clearer and clearer as to why he wanted you to see these specific memories and stuff like that. All right, but anyway, back to the mission at hand. We are heading back to the Nexus there in order to view the security logs, and we still have the whole habitation deck. Or no, wait, that was because we have operations, which is the main place, the docking bay, the cryo bay, which we could check. We'll go to operations first and check the security footage. Now I realize that we're 4 parts in with this and we're still doing a lot of talking. I promise once we hit the next planet, the talking goes down a huge amount. Like there will still be sections where we end up talking to people a bunch. But overall it goes down an insane amount because like, obviously right now we just got here. We haven't spoken to any of these people before. So yeah, like I said, it's rough to start with, but it provides a lot of world building, a lot of backstory to a lot of things.
This file is useless. Let's check another. And another surveillance file. Let's check another.
Tempest crew
This
to
file
report
is
to
also
the docking
corrupted.
area at once.
Definitely not a coincidence. You need pretty high clearance to mess with the security camera files. Someone working for Cambros, maybe. Think you can get enough out of the files to find a match using biometric scans, Sam? Got it.
All right. So yeah, now I think we have 2 in here that we can scan. That guy. Bart Cummings. And then there's 2 inhabiting back at the Nexus. I do believe it's one in the Nexus. That's the one that we're after. Liev Dutil. I'm gonna check this real quick. Yeah. Now I think this will just provide us the same information that the one on the that we listened to at the beginning of the game did. But I just want to check. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna, because I feel like a lot of this is, yeah, I'm pretty sure that we listened to most of that. It might be a little different now since we've reached the Nexus, and that one's from the Nexus, obviously. But it's more or less the same information, because obviously viability hasn't went up because we haven't done anything yet to make that go up. So as we go, we have 2 different viabilities. We have a planet's viability, and then we have the whole galaxy's viability. We can get... I think the galaxy has its own viability. Either way, the planets all have viabilities, and we can get those to 100%. But it does take quite a bit of time. Alright. The other guy must be this way. Oh, there. Well, since he's the only one not standing guard, and he seems to be playing with a panel. I mean...
Dale Atkins, right? We need to talk.
Look, not to be rude, but I have work to do.
Is that what Sabotage is called these days? Work?
You're pretty nervous.
Now I do believe that this is actually my decision here. So I can send him away, or I can get him imprisoned. I don't think that this particular... I'll just send him away.
We can't let you stay on board. There's no saying what else you're capable of. Well, you let me go. If you call exile letting you go, sure. You leave and you don't come back. I'll leave.
There you go. Oh, look at that. And I got viability points. So the difference between the two is I don't actually know if I can do anything from here. But is there codex, journal, inventory? I don't know if there's anything I can do from here with that. Oh no, because I do believe that I need to unlock somebody on the Nexus in order to do that. But as we get Andromeda viability points, we do get... There we go. We'll go to the cryo bay to check on our sister. We get... It's like basically another kind of skill point that we unlock that'll give us perks. I don't remember what all of them are. I think there's some that gives you more research points when you scan stuff, just like other stuff, or it gives you consistent research points. Other stuff will give you like... I don't remember. There's a lot of them, and I do believe you can unlock them all by the end of the game, but you really do have to pick and choose because you do not get them quickly. You'll generally receive a pretty good bump up whenever you get a planet maxed out, but
Welcome to Andromeda, Nigel.
Thank you. It's bittersweet, though. I know the brother there was stationed on the Nexus. I just learned he died on Eos, trying to start a system.
That's awful. I'm sorry, Nigel.
Yeah. Start families are linked together. I had a pendant of all of them. Dash had its match. For you. If you like them,
Of course.
in his digital journal, he mentioned a spot on Eos where he'd go to think. If you could leave a pendant there.
I do believe, like, even though that seems like a very simple quest, and it is, I don't think we can get to it right away.
Fisher, but you're doing better. That was some expedition, hey? The captain said I'm going in the log as the first human to make contact with the King. And everyone's the first casualty. Wish you could have gone differently. It wasn't your fault. It's obvious the King was friendly. Nothing we did could have changed that.
I suppose you're right. It's not what you dream about. Interspecies. 3 seconds later, they're trying to kill you.
I hear you. But I guess that's life. Not everyone will see things our way. In the meantime, chin up. It'll get better.
Let's see, I think, yeah, my sister's there.
Ryder, good to see you. Damn shame about your dad, though. I'm sorry we couldn't save him.
I haven't heard how he died.
Like a hero. That's how. That's the only part that matters. I've met one Pathfinder, well, 2 with you. But I figure that's the way to go. Taking your last breath on an uncharted world.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Now I just need to make sure your sister here pulls through.
Are you staying here on Liberia?
You know that moment when you realize you're just getting too old? Ha, right, look who I'm talking to. Trust me, it happens. For me, it was Habitat 7. Watching you guys running around, dodging lightning and the cat, it's a young man's game. Pains me to admit it, but it's passed me by.
What will you do in Liberia?
We still have thousands of people taking a nap here, and they need tending to. And this way I can look out for Sarah.
How's Sarah doing?
Her condition's stable. I see signs of REM activity in the brain, so she's dreaming. Means all the wiring still works.
How did this happen?
It was dumb luck, really. We hit the scourge at the worst possible moment, just as the stasis revival was kicking in. It's
It's a vulnerable moment coming out of a 600-year nap, then wham! The circuit's fried and overloaded the neural pathways. Don't worry, I'm on it. We're not losing another rider.
How did you end up with the initiative?
Well, you reach a point in life where you wonder, is that all there is? I'd accomplished everything in the Milky Way I could. I was locked into a future of diminishing returns. So coming here was the world's biggest midlife crisis. A chance to wake up in the morning and feel hope instead of arthritis.
That's all I hear.
Don't be a stranger. If anything changes with Sarah, I'll let you know.
So yeah, like when she because like I said, she doesn't wake up at any point, and I really kind of assumed that when they made a sequel to this game, that you would just play as the other Ryder.
Ryder.
Hey, how's the mood? There's no need to exaggerate. That was a tough fight in Nexus.
And then I don't think that there's too many more people. I do believe that there might be, at some point, I think there's somebody to talk to down here, or something to do down here. Clearly not right at this moment, though. Besides giving Ryder here a little bit of exercise. Get him some cardio going. But yeah, we're... forgot about Greer.
Grateful. If you and Liam hadn't found me in that cave, God knows what those aliens would have done.
We couldn't leave him anymore.
Yeah, your father, Kirkland.
I know. It's rough. Being a Pathfinder team is turning out to be a dangerous business.
More than I ever thought. I'm sorry I'm not out there with you, but Kirkland was a friend, and I'm not cut out for this anymore.
Understood. Habitat 7 was a nasty wake-up call. You take care.
You too. Thanks again.
Yeah, so this game, unlike the first Mass Effect, I'm trying to remember how many crew members you had in the second one. But in the first Mass Effect, you had a bunch of crew members with you that were just nobodies, right? Like, you could talk to a couple of them, but there was a lot of people there all the time. They don't do that in this game. In this game here, you have your team, and that's it. You have, like, your team and I think 2 pilots.
Pathfinder en route. How's the ship? We won't be long. The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as we go.
We used to call that tactical improvisation. But at least we'll be doing it in style. They call her
Are you really gonna make me take off right now?
Finally, someone who cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
Really hope not, because I do have a couple things that I think I can, as I think the stores have opened now. So I think that I can buy a couple of things that I need. Although you might, well, no, because then just that store just wouldn't be open yet, right? That would make sense. Although if that store is, no, I don't know. I guess we'll see. If it make us take off, oh well. We'll just deal with it and go, but... because it's not like we won't be back soon.
Everything's state of the art. Labs, sensors, exploration gear. Lesser crew, of course. The best in their field. Glad to see you doing so well, Scott. The engine core is based on the Arc's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey. We call this the research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer. Your quarters are below. Plenty of space up here to get everyone together. It's all yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
It's really gonna be something, isn't it?
I haven't even shown you the best part. When you're ready to fly, head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go.
So yeah, this here is our ship. Obviously, we'll be spending quite a bit of time on here, kind of.
Pathfinder, check this toy.
And then we can do all of our strike team stuff, which I'll... you know, I'll do this after, because odds are we're not going to be actually leaving in this part.
Seems like a forever race, but there's always time to check out new toys. Useful ones.
Always game for new toys.
This makes use of old ones. Like anything you grab in Habitat 7. Raw minerals, tech, doesn't matter. The research station will strip that stuff down and give you options.
I'll take any advantage I can get, even if it's exploring junk.
Hey, with tech like this, it won't be junk for long. Not afterwards. If the best we get is what we make, still the best. Check it out.
Yeah, so obviously development is where we can make the stuff, and then research is where we, you know, find new stuff to make. So like these here are all, can't remember, so weapons, armor, yeah. Unknown, I don't even know what comes up. Special items, and I want to say, so yeah, like this here, and maybe, no, I think the initiative helmet is always there, but this helmet here, the Maverick helmet, I do believe is the DLC. As you can see, we don't have nearly enough things to make it, but ready to develop. So this is everything I can currently make. And if we go over to research, we have Milky Way technology, Helios technology, and unknown, because that is the remnant technology, which we, even though we do have some research points in it, we cannot actually research any of it right now. Now I don't remember exactly what, I want to say this one maybe might be the assault rifle that I used, because it's a semi-auto. But anyway, once again, that's shit that I'll be going through mostly off camera. But yeah, that's that one right there. And then we have our buy and sell right there. And then yeah, Liam
Everything
hangs
looks good
out,
from here.
not here actually.
Say the word, Ryder.
This is because we haven't left yet. Liam has a place that he hangs out downstairs. This here is where... oh, fuck, I forgot his name again. The alien guy that you get anyway. He hangs out in there. Cora hangs out in here. But yeah, that's where Cora hangs out normally. I do believe this here is my room. And if we go in here... Let's see. Oh, hey, Suvi. This is
We're
not...
almost out there. Finally.
Well, that's
Hello.
Suvi. That's our
I've just got
pilot.
to finish this download from the Nexus. We'll be ready for launch.
In here is our engine. The Gill is usually in here. There he is.
Hi there. Can we talk and stuff later? I've got some last minute adjustments.
Of course you do.
Should be ready to go when you are.
And then I do believe that there's actually 2 ways to get down here. You can either take the ladder or the other blade, or the there's an elevator across the way. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. Whee! Let's see, and then over here I do believe is Vetra's room, whether or not she's... Oh, no. Where the fuck is this now? Oh, right. No, that just leads back to the front of the ship. Where's... Okay, so Kay's here.
Finalizing orders, flight plan, command access. Ready when you are.
Yeah. And then I do believe, yeah, this is Liam's room at some point. He chills in here. Vetra's room is on the other side.
Securing cargo and checking everything made it on board. The bridge report's ready.
But yeah, this here is Vera's room that she hangs out in, full of supplies and whatnot. The Nomad, when we get it, which we'll get fairly soon, will show up on there. Oops, don't know why I'm going up that way. That's the exit. Nice little tour of the Tempest before we leave. And then over here is... There, okay. Yeah. So this here is the crew room. If you look, there's Plants vs. Zombies Easter egg right there. I'm trying to think, does Drac hang out in here maybe? The Krogan guy? Anyone want to help me move a couch? Not right now, but I'll keep you on my list, especially if you're biotic and can drop the weight. Pay you back in beer or whatever else we find. Liam, are you serious? I never joke about comfortable seating. Congratulations on successful installation of your info board. You are now ready to keep yourself and your staff informed on the latest developments aboard the Tempest. Okay, I've set up everyone's user accounts, have added it. All right. So that I do believe gets, like, that changes every now and then. Maybe Drac hangs out in here. I can't remember. I don't think they move around very often, but they might move around a little bit. Then Lexi here is our medic.
Excuse me. I need to make sure we have everyone's medical files from the Nexus.
And obviously she hangs out here. And then you can respec there. And I don't think it costs you... Well, I'll check. Right. So every time you use it, it costs more money. But as long as you're not using it a lot, it won't make a difference. Oh yeah, and then the bathroom is here. And then Drac hangs out over here, which is the kitchen. I think. I don't know. I think that's where Drac hangs out, is in the kitchen, but I'm not sure. Yeah. So if we go over here, just like in Mass Effect 2, you can customize what you're wearing. You can give yourself a nice jacket, short sleeve, long sleeve, which, to be fair, long sleeve and short sleeve is the same thing. It's just he rolls up his sleeve. I generally go for the jacket because I like it. And I think we can actually get more. And then you can customize your armor, but I'm not going to bother with this right now because, who cares? And then we have the special delivery, which actually gives me a bunch of stuff to do it. And then there's a SpaceX rocket model, which we pick up there, and then it gets placed. Oh, maybe it doesn't get placed right away, but like that's the Normandy that we picked up back in Alex's room. And we got email here and up top. Pyjack, 2-rider from Henrik. Pathfinder, it was marvelous to meet you as a fellow adventurer in the sciences. Could you help us with an experiment? We have an interesting chap here on the Nexus, a young Pyjack, what humans sometimes call a space monkey. He's part of a study on how various species adapt to shipboard life, and we're hoping you might take him aboard the Tempest. You can pick him up from the Nexus Commons whenever you like. Don't worry, he's quite friendly, and his routine's very simple. No food after midnight, no baths or showers, and please limit his exposure to solar radiation. So basically, they're describing a gremlin. And then interviews from Carrie Tavessa. Hello, Pathfinder. I'm a freelance vid maker, and I could really use your help in my latest project. It's going to be historic. I hope just like your mission. Can we meet on the Nexus for a chat? So that there, if you played the other ones, I think in all of them you have interviews. Yeah. And then I do believe that we can actually, not right now because, you know, we haven't done it from there yet. But after this initial launch, we can come down here and set our course without having to go back upstairs. And then when we go up to the bridge, but as long as it doesn't throw me into a cutscene here, but we'll see.
Departure trajectory locked, Nexus Control. Ah, time for introductions. You must be Ryder, Callow Jack. A pleasure to be here, and to meet you, of course. I'll be piloting the Tempest at your word. Quite the ship, but it'll take a Pathfinder's guidance to see us through his.
Plenty of dangers out there, but I'll do my best to avoid them.
That's reassuring. Wouldn't want to lose my finest work to that angry cloud. I was test pilot for the Tempest's early prototypes. I admit, I'm itching to see how she performs out here.
So how do I...
The console syncs with your implant. Just swipe, touch a destination here, and the nav system calculates everything. Very efficient.
It was optimized for a Pathfinder.
Everything's secure. You're ready.
Is anyone ready for something this big? We signed on for the big stuff when we came to Andromeda.
All right. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Command access is transferring successfully.
Science and monitoring stations look fine. Lexi's reporting in.
Helm is green. Gil reports the drive core is online.
This is it, Ryder. The Tempest is yours. Unless you've got something to say for the log.
We were all expecting a golden world. Now there's just a long road ahead. But hold on to that dream. It might see us through.
Nexus Control, this is the Tempest. Ident 2527, prepping to depart.
Yeah, so they force you to leave right here, and I'm assuming it's so that they can reload a bunch of the a bunch of the Nexus to get it all sorted for what it will look like normally.
Two failed outposts put an end to that idea.
Yeah. So anyway,
Anomaly detected.
yeah, when you're in a galaxy, unlike in the other games, so you do have probes,
Anomaly found.
and just like in 2, I guess it was, where you had to mine for your own shit. You do find stuff here. You don't, it's not as intensive as it was in 2, and by intensive I mean boring. You just go there, you scan it, you got it, you're done. It's like, hey, look, there's element 0 here. Boop, mine, done. And then as you scan the planets, your progression, as you can see at the top there, will come done. Here, we'll go to like a regular planet just to show you, and then we'll shut it off. So when we start next time, we will be landing back at the Nexus, but not for very long. We'll land back at the Nexus. We'll run around the docking bay for a bit, and then that'll probably be it. But yeah. And then when you scan the planet, if there isn't anything on it, then that's just it. You scan it, you get an analysis. You know, Mahuan, is a largely composed of hydrogen and methane. Relative proximity to Nexus makes it a useful core discharge site. Plans for helium-3 skimming stations are in progress. So like it just gives you like a little bit of background on it, and that's all they do. And then like when you activate your scanner on them, obviously if there is anything on it, it'll tell you right away. You don't have to search around the planet with the scanner on. Nothing, I don't think anyway, is all that hard to find, like as you can imagine. For the most part, all you'll get is a little bit of resources. I won't be showing you this, by the way. In fact, in between this part and next part, I may very well just go through the different places and show it. But like, you'll get little bits of things here.
Probes launched.
Boop.
Detecting what's left of a ship.
So yeah, this is heavily damaged and adrift, but salvageable. So when you wreckage, you get a bunch of things. Now, most of that shit, I do believe you sell. And then after you find an anomaly, though, you will want to check again just to make sure that there isn't any more anomalies, because there are, although it's rare, but there are some planets with more than one thing on them. And then every once in a while as well, when you scan something like that, maybe not that because that was a pretty small ship, but every once in a while you will scan something and it'll actually put you into a mission where you'll actually go on board and investigate and whatnot. But yeah, just to get everything 100%, you'll want to check it all. This does come into play later with one of the side missions. There's a school teacher, I do believe, that you talk to, and she wants all the information on the planets. As far as I know, and besides the resources, obviously, that you can get from doing it. But I think investigating each individual planet, I think that's more or less all that is quest-wise done with it. But you do want to explore every one because you obviously will want any resources you can get from it.
Anomaly found.
Look, there's a volcano, so I got a bunch of experience. And yeah, some of the stuff is just like, hey, here's this thing that you might want to check out, right? Ugh. And then, yeah. So that's it for this part. Next part, we'll run around on the Nexus for just a little bit longer. I promise, it's just a little bit longer. There'll be barely any talking. Obviously, we'll pick up the monkey, the space monkey, and we'll go talk to the reporter chick. And then, boop. There we go. And then see Zheng He, progression, 100%. And then on the left, it tells you how many missions you have that you know take place there. And yeah, that'll be it for this part. We're basically done exploring the Nexus and that. Like I said, last part was all on the Nexus, right? And all we did was talk, really. This part here was all on the Nexus, and all we really did was talk to things. I promise next time there will be a lot more shit happening. We might end up picking up PB and Drac in the next part. We'll probably get them both within the next 2 parts at least. I don't remember exactly when we get PB. I remember where we get Drac. And I do believe we just come across him. But I don't quite remember when we pick up PB. So yeah, that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you on Thursday for more.